The shrine has faint traces of power lingering in the air. A priestess materializes out of the weirdness and asks what it is that you're looking for. You feel a strange power rising around you. Is that a faint glow over the altar, or is it just a trick of the light? The priestess lays her hands on your chest. You feel a wrenching pain as your body heals much faster than is comfortable. It's hard to get used to this sensation. Could a lively tavern in the middle of nowhere be anything more than a weirdness-bloomed mirage? Even if the building is real, who would dare to party in such a place at such a time?
It's good to meet you, traveler. There's something I'd like to ask you, if you have the time. There's a Brock somewhere out there. It's a prison in which they're keeping my innocent friend. A man who trained me and taught me everything I know about combat. Whenever I get close, there's some force which prevents me from entering it, so I'm unable to break my friend out. Maybe you'll have more luck. Could I ask you to help him out, so he doesn't rot away in a cell?
The man is visibly surprised as he listens to your story. He's even more surprised to learn that his friend lives in your village.
Thank you. Then please greet him from me.
It wasn't a particularly good night. The weird sounds coming from below woke you up more times than you could count. After leaving your room, you're a bit surprised that everyone's still having the same conversations as the night before. There's a man saying the same farewells he said before. Another one falling under the table the same way as yesterday, to the same laugh of his friends. Then you see a man sitting in a darkened corner of the tavern. He's playing cards, alone, and his deck doesn't resemble one you've ever seen.
You're the first new face I've seen in quite a while. You're already figuring out what's going on here, aren't you? A spell? No, I'm no wizard. Just an old crook. And somehow this is the last moment these people, myself included, lived through, before our village was consumed. But it seems like I'm the only one who understands what's happening here. The rest, they're stuck. And they've been stuck for years, it feels like. See for yourself.
He pauses his solitaire game for a moment, and you notice the reality around you slowly changing. People start moving slower. Their skin loses color. Some even show clear signs of decomposition. He starts playing his game again. Everything immediately gets back to normal.
It seems like a reasonable alternative to killing all of my friends, don't you think? You're a warrior. I'm sure you've seen your share of horrors out there. Tell me, will me friends end up like all those beasts, twisted by the weirdness? Am I going to end up like that? I understand, and I suppose that's more than I can ask for. At least I die knowing that I won't hurt any innocent people after I've turned. Farewell, then.
You watch the same scene unfolding again. People losing color, shriveling into corpses, but not stopping in their tracks, until all that remains is dried blood and bones scattered on the ground. The place is empty, silent, and dark. As you start walking towards the doors, you hear a voice behind you.
Look, I need to tell you, I didn't expect that.
Before you have a chance to say anything, the ghost continues.
No, this feels good. I haven't been this full of energy and life since, like, ever. That's a good joke, if I ever heard one. But you know what's best? I can see more now than I ever did. One thing I know, for example, is that you have a village you call your own, near a nice, warm inn here, right? And aren't you angry that you don't have someone in there who'd be able to do the things that I can do? If you didn't lie to the goat, we both know things won't end well if you can't contain that anger, hmm? No worries. I'll settle in no time. See you there.
before. Like then, you're left with the sensation of a strange power growing within you.
You're back already? Go and train. You should practice 40 hours a day, at least.
The blacksmith is hard at work when you approach him. The blacksmith is hard at work when you approach him.
What can I do for you?
Gods love me. They truly do. I haven't lost a game since my deal with the thing that whispers. But it warned me. Luck is a finite resource. Now my physical body is gone. but I can play cards for eternity. In me life, ha! Alive is how I feel now, not before. But yes, my life, as you call it, was a wicked ride, my friend. You know that cards love me, and I love them, truly and deeply. I'd say they're my true love, and that's definitely something I couldn't say about anyone I've crossed paths with. I was born to a peasant woman and a horse boy. Can't say I remembered them too well. I got out of that damned village as soon as I learned how to run. I just can't stand poverty, you know? My own, that is. So I went to town and won some coins. Then I won some more. And more. I can't say it was all, you know, fair and square. But it's the result that matters, not the means, right? Well, this allowed me to pretend, or rather to live, the fantasy of being higher born than I actually was. Then I met this girl, the merchant's daughter. Stupid beyond all reason, but quite, you know, well, I thought marrying her might earn me a comfortable life. Oh, how wrong I was. She was a vicious, treacherous woman, I tell you. I swear she hired an assassin to get rid of me at some point. The worst part, though, is that Lady Luck wasn't there for me anymore. Serious debts accrued. And of course, this led to more marital problems. I needed to run, so I bought myself a berth on the ship and came here. Best possible decision, wasn't it? Of course, it turns out that me luck returned as soon as I ran away from that terrible woman. So I gambled with the ship's crew, and with all the folks I met in this new land. Some of them lost it all the money they brought from the fatherland. And you know what they say, somebody's loss is somebody else's gain. So I gained, but then reason came to poor old me. In order to avoid temptation of gambling it all away, or just getting killed for my fortune, I hid it. Now it lies in the ground, safe and sound, in some forest. But friend, what is the purpose of all those earthly things? Earthly pleasures? It's all in the spirit. It's all in the afterlife. I'm kidding. Yeah, I don't need them anymore, being a ghost and all that. I'll tell you where to find it, but just promise that you'll play cards with me every time you come back to the village. You swear? Okay, I'll show you. Find me out there, within the weirdness, and we'll go together.
The blacksmith is